everyone, my name is Beth and welcome back to my Dragon Age Inquisition Let's Play series. Today we are finally going to go to the Winter Palace. Actually that's not true, I can wait. I like the story of the Winter Palace, but I find the execution to be a little bit clumsy, so this is the only section of the game that I have an actual printed out paper walkthrough that I will be following very closely. I find that trying to find all those Hala statues and figuring out what doors to open, because you can't open all the doors, is just a pain. So hopefully this film's okay. There might be a couple of awkward pauses here and there while I read it, although I have done it enough times now that hopefully I will remember things as I go and I won't have to use the papers quite so much. Alright, so I saw someone beside Josephine. Let's see if there's anything interesting to say, and then we're going to go do it.
Inquisitor?
Not a single interesting thing. Well, that's fine. Let's head to the war table. Ooh. I didn't know I had perks. I don't think there's a particular one I'm trying to get. I think there is outlaw knowledge or something, not arcane. Underworld knowledge, which I do have. I don't need XP. Ooh, enhanced focus, yes. Should give us 2 focus bars. So, draw out the Red Templar Lieutenant. We have the name of the Red Templar Lieutenant who was dealing with Malefant and the Freeman, Carol. He is expected to be at the Lion's Pavilion 2 days from now. Do what is necessary to stop him, but for my sake, make it quick. I knew him once, a long time ago. Manage stolen Freeman property. Thanks to you and the help of the Inquisition reinforcements, order is returning to the Dales. The Freemen are clearing out, leaving behind their camps and all the valuables they stole from noble homes here. Perhaps the Inquisition has plans for what we've recovered. Let's see, who is the fastest? Josephine is the
Let us begin.
I got too excited. I didn't read what she said, but Josephine was the fastest, so she'll deal with that.
Is Knight Captain Ryland satisfied with his post?
It's not an easy assignment, but if anyone can handle the approach, it's him.
Okay. Let's see. A researcher has been examining everything known of the draconic species, and she believes that she has a way to flesh out a creature that might serve as a mount. Ooh! The Dracolisk is a rarely seen beast, wary, skittish, but hardy and powerful. Certainly not a standard addition to a stable, but what other way has the Inquisition proven itself to be standard? Now, I thought I had all these. So we'll send Cullen on this. Having our soldiers place these lures in designated areas is simple enough.
To work?
I wonder if that actually unlocks any other Dracolisks, or if it's just a quest that I've done on another character. We'll find out. So we have contact the hero of Ferelden. Sister Liliana, the hero of Ferelden, made contact. She left a letter to deliver to the Inquisitor, as well as goods from her travels that might be of use. We have included them in this missive. Yours in service, Sister Regine. Excellent. And we have Sutherland and Company missing. I got really excited, but that's just one of the expansions. Soon. The last trail of Sutherland and Company found and mapped. On your action, Inquisitor, if they need assistance, you're in the best position to render it. Perfect. We will certainly do that. I won't do that yet. I have to look that one up. Harden Hightown to Trouble and Skyhold. Let's see here. Copies of Harden Hightown and Harden Hightown 3, The Repunchening, sit side by side. I love that. On the table along with the note. Nightingale found several similarities in 2 events in Varric's book, but all are slightly off. Dead magistrate was not in his home. Man found murdered in locked room was a comte, not a magistrate. The executors did not send warning note directly to Donnan. Obviously, objective plot is sort of Hysarian and not a penny dreadful author. Close look at the rip-off book shows numerous grammatical and spelling errors that seemed random at first, but ciphers believe it might contain coded information. Killer and author are clearly linked, either the murder investigation or the code might lead us to a target. So Liliana is free. She is the one that takes the longest, but hopefully that's okay. Someone got in and out of Skyhold without being seen. The cipher in the book might lead us to them.
Let's see what we have.
That takes care of everybody. Let's go, finally. Wicked eyes and wicked hearts. An assassin is stalking the Empress. Celine's death would plunge Orlais into chaos, leaving it an easy target for Corypheus. At the Winter Palace of Halam Shiral, Celine is holding peace talks with her rebellious cousin, Grand Duke Gaspard, under the guise of a grand ball. Every noble in the Empire will attend, making it the perfect place and time for Corypheus' assassin to strike. We can arrange an invitation to attend to keep him from destroying Orlais, if we hurry.
We have to reach the Empress before Corypheus. The only question is, how?
We know how. I have our way in. The real question is, where is our enemy hiding? At the urging of Grand Duchess Florian, the Empress is holding a ball. Absolutely everyone will be there. During the festivities, Celine will be meeting for peace talks with usurper Duke Gaspard and Ambassador Briala.
The assassin must be hiding within one of these factions.
What do we know about Duke Gaspard?
The man who would have been Emperor. He's Celine's cousin, and was first in line to inherit the throne when Emperor Florian died. Celine outmaneuvered him. She won over the Council of Heralds, who hold authority over title disputes. She became Empress, and he a general in the Imperial Army. He's well loved by the troops. He's also a Chevalier. Most of their number sided with him when he turned on the Empress.
Aren't the Chevaliers part of the army? Why would they follow the Duke?
Most Chevaliers are sworn to serve the crown, but that does not give them faith in the person wearing it. The Empress has tried to improve relations with Ferelden and Navarra. The Chevaliers see her as anti-military. They believe Gaspard could lead the Empire back to the glory of Draken's expansion years.
Who is this Ambassador Briala?
An ambassador in name only. She has organized the elves of Halam Shiral into an underground army. The Empress invited her to the peace talks in a bid to gain the elves' alliance in the war. That would be scandal enough, without the rumor that Briala is a jilted lover of Celine's. A personal grudge and a network of saboteurs at her command. Promising lead.
Wait, the elven leader is a jilted lover of the Empress.
It's not widely known. Just a rumor whispered among the palace servants a few years ago. If it's true and were to get out, the Empress and an elf. The scandal could destroy Celine's court. Even if a lie, Briala could use it to blackmail the Empress. She has some connection to the throne.
Tell me everything we know about the Empress.
Empress Celine is a renowned diplomat and reformer. She works tirelessly to secure peace for the Empire. Unfortunately, many Orlesians view peace as complacency. She has yet to name an heir, leaving the future of the Empire in doubt if anything happens to her. Especially when the next in line is her cousin Gaspard, who's made few friends on the Council of Heralds.
Celine is surrounded at all times by countless guards, courtiers, servants, and vassals. What better place for an assassin to hide than the Empress's own household?
How can Gaspard still be next in line while he wages war against his Empress?
The title Grand Duke indicates that he was a prince before the Empress took the throne.
Do we need to go to the peace talks? The Empress must have personal guards. We could just warn her she's in danger.
We've made the attempt, but...
It seems that our messages never reached her. Someone intercepted them.
It's better that we don't leave this to chance. If Orlais falls to Corypheus, no land is safe.
We shouldn't waste any time. Let's go to the Winter Palace.
Yes, we do want to go. So, this is one of those situations where reading one of the novels would actually be quite helpful because there's a lot more detail and depth to Celine, Gaspard, and Briala. But essentially, they're all basically awful people. However, our plan for this time around is to reconcile Celine and Briala together, and Gaspard will take the fall for all this. So, I've done, I think, all the options. You can pick one or the other of all three of them to rule individually. You can reconcile the two. You can essentially have all three of them work together and rule under your rule, so effectively you are the ruler of Orlais. That one's kind of fun too. And we're also going to try and fight Florian this time. Most of the times I've ever done this, she ends up just going in jail and we judge her, but the one time that I somehow managed to trigger her fight, it was a pretty epic fight scene and I really liked it, so I'm not sure how I actually managed to do that, so we're going to give that a try and see if it comes up today. Okay, and we read this, we're good. And I have picked out a separate party. So we're going to bring Dorian, Vivian, and Bull, because the three of them, I just enjoy their various chatter that comes up. I like to bring Solus, except that his stupid hat bugs me every time. I don't know why he's wearing it. And you can get add-ons that will remove the hat, but it just, why do you have a hat? And nobody else really appreciates it, although I like it when Cassandra goes, because the person introducing her says all of her 15 names, and that's a lot of fun too.
The political situation in Halam Shiral hangs by a thread. The Empress fears our presence could sever it. The Grand Duke is only too happy to have us at the ball as his guests, so our invitation comes from him. Whether we act as his allies or upset the balance of power, he gains an opportunity, if not a clear advantage.
Inquisitor Trevelyan, it is an honor to meet you at last. The rumors coming out of the Western Approach say you battled an army of demons. Imagine what the Inquisition could accomplish with the full support of the rightful Emperor of Orlais.
I can see many benefits to such an alliance.
Keep the image firmly in mind. We may see it materialize by the end of the evening. I am not a man who forgets his friends, Inquisitor. You help me, I'll help you. My lady, are you prepared to shock the court by walking into the Grand Ball with a hateful usurper? They will be telling stories of this into the next age.
It's a pleasure to meet you, Duke Gaspard. I look forward to ending this civil war.
As do I, my friend. The Empire needs stability and security, now more than ever. If you have the safety of the Orlesian people at heart, Inquisitor, perhaps you will look into something for me. This elven woman, Briala, I suspect that she intends to disrupt the negotiations. My people have found these ambassadors all over the fortifications. Sabotage seems the least of their crimes.
That sounds like something I should look into.
Be as discreet as possible. I detest the game, but if we do not play it well, our enemies will make us look like villains. We're keeping the court waiting, Inquisitor. Shall we?
Is that the Inquisitor?
A mage? No, there must be some mistake.
From the Circle of Ostwick, so they say.
Okay, so, first of all, the outfits. I am just really unhappy with the outfits that you get. I wish I got to wear a beautiful dress or something, but nope, we get, weirdly formal military attire. Not a huge fan. You can get some mods. There's some nice ones that make it a nice black, which maybe I should have got to give a try, but I decided to stick with the normal one. And about the Winter Palace, so there will be some areas where we actually fight like normal. However, the most important thing is up in this corner here where it says court approval. So because I am a mage, I start off pretty low. Because I'm a noble, that gives me a little bit of extra points. You get an achievement if you can beat it with 100, which is actually pretty easy, especially if you have a nice walkthrough in front of you. However, I'm not so concerned about that because I already have the achievement, so I don't need it. If you get too low of an approval, which I think might be below 15, though I can't be exactly sure, you will actually fail this section and the game is over. So you do have to try and keep that up. You do have to basically intentionally tank it in order to do that. It's hard to lose it. There are 2 or 3 timed areas where the longer you're in these zones, which is generally where you'll be doing fighting, the more approval you lose, but you can gain it back up pretty quickly. So between the approval and the Hala statues, which are basically keys to doors. That's why I like to have a walkthrough, because there's a whole lot going on here, and I generally don't have the patience to try and puzzle it out by myself. So, we're gonna give it a whirl, I guess. Also, I just hate Gaspard.
Does anyone have a report on the casualties in the Dales?
Maker, what am I going to do if I cannot find my ring?
Is this the ring you are looking for?
You are a treasure! I cannot believe you found it! You have saved me a lifetime of mortification. How can I thank you enough?
You're welcome. Also, I'm not sure how many people have actually called me Trevelyan, which I think is kind of fun in this one, so I guess it's nice to be called by your name once in a while. Usually, it's just Inquisitor. I think there's a couple things to find before we go inside, because that's where we want to be.
Lady Nightingale makes me nervous.
I mean, Liliana should make you nervous. Requires Hala statues, so we will not be opening that. Don't open any locked doors. So yes, as I mentioned earlier, there's a finite number of Hala statues that you can find, and there are a lot more doors to be opened than there are statues. So you will always, of course, be able to beat this, I don't know what you'd call it, I'm going to call it the dungeon. Beat the dungeon, regardless. However, if you're looking to get a specific ending, then you have to be careful which doors you open, because you need to find items in certain rooms. So...
Foreigners.
Oh, now. I mean, fair. Where is the statue? Maybe it's on this side. Ah. Oh, that was a key.
Interesting.
Oh.
Any word from the front lines?
My spies said the bodies were beyond counting.
Surely the Empress will put an end to the war tonight.
Pray, my friend. If the Maker does not hear us now, just pray.
So you can eavesdrop throughout, and then every time you turn in, you speak to Liliana eventually to turn in your secrets that you found, and that gains you approval, I think. It gains you something. However, there is a statue out here. Where is it? There they are. Now, I don't think I actually...
Is it true the Inquisitor was handed out of the Fade by Andraste?
Okay, oh, apparently there is some loot. Oh, that might have been what I picked up earlier. Let me just... Oh, no, there's a little bit here. Now we can go inside. Can I jump down? Yes, I can.
Inquisitor, a moment, if you please. I must warn you before you go inside. How you speak to the court is a matter of life and death. It is no simple matter of etiquette and protocol. Every word, every gesture is measured and evaluated for weakness.
Don't they sound delightful? I'm shocked we haven't invited the court to dinner at Skyhold.
The game is like Wicked Grace played to the death. You must never reveal your cards. When you meet the Empress, the eyes of the entire court will be upon you. You are safer in the Fade with the Fear Demon.
You're just full of joy and light this evening.
Everything will be fine.
Will it?
Andraste, watch over us all.
Poor Josephine must be having the worst time with this. Alright, I'm going to do a quick save here. So I was hoping to have a little bit more time today to play. However, I do have exactly 1 hour, and I'm not sure this can be done within an hour, but we'll give it a whirl. So just do a quick exploration for travel here. Ooh, wonder what that door goes to. It's probably important later. You say, but where's the... Cullen, hello!
It will take some time to get our men into the palace. I'll alert you when we're ready.
I heard the Grand Duke invited the Inquisition here.
How could the Empress afford to renovate the palace with a war going on?
I heard that it wasn't renovations at all. The palace was damaged by Gaspar's catapults.
He fired on the Winter Palace? That's monstrous.
See, where's my beautifully weird French dress?
I had hoped to tour the Royal Wing Gardens again.
I have heard they are the finest in the Empire. It's such a pity the wings.
Who does Orzammar favor in the negotiations tonight?
King Aeducan has put considerable coin behind the Empress in hopes the trade in foodstuffs will resume quickly.
Good to know. I guess I won't let the dwarves down. I think that probably needs Hala statues. I'm just not going to open any doors. Cannot remember if it asks
How
you.
has the lyrium trade?
Interesting.
Is that a secret I heard? Oop, oop. Anyways, I can't remember if it asks if I want to open the doors or if it just uses my Hala statues, so we'll ignore them until I figure that out.
Good to know.
Was a rather creepy whisper.
Can Gaspar take the throne without the backing of the Council of Heralds?
He plans to take it by force. If the Council won't recognize him, he'll march against them.
I had no idea.
Liliana will have a good time with these. More doors, more doors. Alright. Do I need to speak to Gaspard? Oh, talk to Gaspard to enter the Grand Ballroom.
And now presenting Grand Duke Gaspard de Chalon, and accompanying him, Lady Inquisitor Trevelyan of the Ostwick Circle of Magi. Vanquisher of the rebel mages of Ferelden, crusher of the vile apostates of the Mage Underground.
Remember to smile. This is all for show, my dear.
Champion of the Blessed Andraste herself.
Did you see their faces? Priceless.
Accompanying the Inquisitor, Madame Vivienne, First Enchanter of the Circle of Magi, Enchanter of the Imperial Court, Mistress of the Duke of Ghislaine, Lord Dorian Pavus, Member of the Circle of Arantium, son of Lord Magister Hallwood Pavus of Azariel, the Iron Bull, leader of the famed mercenary company Bull's Chargers, as the name might imply. Sir Cullen Stanton Rutherford of Honleith, commander of the forces of the Inquisition, former Knight Commander of Kirkwall. Lady Liliana, Nightingale of the Imperial Court, veteran of the Fifth Blight, Seneschal of the Inquisition, and Left Hand of the Divine. And Lady Josephine Charette Montillier of Antiva City, Ambassador of the Inquisition.
Would have been nice if you could see your companions walking down there as well. That would have been fun. Oops. Lost my keys there. There we go. Oops. No, I meant to turn the camera. No, it's turning me. Never mind. I won't turn the camera. I have to go further? Oh, I do have to go further. Doing slow RP walks.
Cousin, my dear sister.
Grand Duke, we are always honored when your presence graces our court.
Don't waste my time with pleasantries, Celine. We have business to conclude.
We will meet for the negotiations after we have seen to our other guests.
Inquisitor?
Lady Inquisitor, we welcome you to the Winter Palace. Allow us to present our cousin, the Grand Duchess of Leeds, without whom this gathering would never have been possible.
What an unexpected pleasure. I was not aware the Inquisition would be part of our festivities. We will certainly speak later, Inquisitor.
Your arrival at court is like a cool wind on a summer's day.
Let's hope the breeze does not herald an oncoming storm.
Even the wisest mistake fair winds for foul. We are at the mercy of the skies, Inquisitor. How do you find Halam Shiral?
I've never seen anything to equal the Winter Palace.
We hope you will find time to take in some of its beauties. Feel free to enjoy the pleasures of the ballroom, Inquisitor. We look forward to watching you dance.
Inquisitor, a word when you have a moment.
Tell me, Yvette, how are Mama and Papa? Are they in good health? Do they want for anything?
Papa's perfectly happy in the studio. Mad. Josephine! Oh, Josephine! Is this her?
Inquisitor, please allow me to present to you my younger sister, Yvette Gabriella Montillier.
Delighted to meet you, Lady Montillier.
Inquisitor, I've heard so much about you, but not as much as I want. Josephine writes, but she never tells me anything. Is it true? Rebel mages in Redcliffe were performing blood rites and orgies before you stopped them.
Where did you hear such nonsense?
Everyone in Antiva says so. Is it true?
Those stories are little more than wistful thinking, my lady.
Oh, how dull Redcliffe must have been then.
I'll see you later.
Another time.
Didn't mean to interrupt their conversation. I was hoping it would just keep going. Now, it is very important, apparently, that I talk to Cullen now. Because...
Can you believe the Inquisition fill its ranks with apostates?
You just know that will end badly.
Oh, shush you. Apparently, talking to him now is how I
I heard
guarantee a
Celine
dance
was
later.
having the entire wing redecorated, but the timing is atrocious.
And what's over here? Oh, I don't want to go over here, just in case. Gotta find Cullen, gotta find Liliana.
What were they doing in the western approach?
Are you happy to see me at all, Josie?
It may not have been wise to attend this particular engagement, Yvette.
I didn't want to come. Mother made me. At least Haram Sharal has such pretty gardens. They're so darling. I took out my parchment.
Not another book of poetry.
Oh, don't you look.
Have you heard from your
Something.
Not since his regiment joined the fighting.
Alright, lots of talking. Where is Cullen?
Is that
there he is.
You must dance with me, Commander. You cannot stand up. Inquisitor, did you need something? The sooner we track down this infiltrator, the better.
I don't suppose you'd save a dance for me?
No, thank you.
Oh.
No, I didn't mean to... Oh, make his breath. I've answered that question so many times, I'm rejecting it automatically. I'm not one for dancing. The Templars never attended balls.
Do you have any advice?
Orlesian social events don't fall within my area of expertise. There are a few here we can trust. Be careful.
We'll talk later.
I await your signal.
Poor Cullen, he's getting hit on by just everyone. Alright, now, where is Liliana? No. Vivian. Cullen. Josephine. Well, we can talk to Vivian. Who's this? Iron Bull. And Dorian. And no Liliana at all? Well. Alright, that's fine. We'll talk to Vivian. Nope, there she is. Oh.
Laurent was the love of my life. You remember my husband? Poor darling. Killed in a war with Ferelden. Perhaps we can speak later, Inquisitor.
And here we are. You haven't embarrassed yourself as much as I feared. Well done, my dear. Be ready to act when I give the signal. Always, my dear.
Oh, that's nice. I'm glad I haven't embarrassed her too much. Although, please, Vivian needs to be in a gorgeous flowing gown, not some sort of weird military ensemble.
Does anyone really think the war will end tonight?
The Empress says.
Head back to the vestibule, my guide says.
Good. I was hoping I would catch you. What did the Duke say?
He points the finger at Ambassador Briala.
The ambassador is up to something, but she can't be our focus. The best place to strike at Celine is from her side. Empress Celine is fascinated by mysticism, foreseeing the future, speaking with the dead, that sort of rubbish. She has an occult advisor, an apostate who charmed the Empress and key members of the court as if by magic. I've had dealings with her in the past. She is ruthless and capable of anything.
How can Celine openly keep an apostate in the Imperial Court?
The Imperial Court has always had an official position for a mage. Before now, it was little better than court jester. Vivian was the first to turn that appointment into a source of real political power. When the circles rebelled, technically every mage became an apostate. The word lost much of its strength.
That sounds exactly like the person we're looking for.
She's worth investigating. Can't be sure of anything here. Both leads point toward the guest wing. It's a promising place to start. I'll coordinate with our spies to see if I can find anything better. I will be in the ballroom if you need me.
Okay, to the guest wing. Is that here? Is that there? Oh, this is the guest wing. I am in the guest wing. Alright, well, let's go do a little bit of exploring. There may be some secrets to find.
We are not serving drinks. Bother someone else.
Where's the eavesdrop circle?
The package is in the guest wing. Upper room.
The one of the garden. Statuette.
Okay. Unfortunately for me, this guide says things like, go west. I don't know my directions.
Good to know.
However, it does say stop in front of the lion statue and eavesdrop, which I'm pretty sure is where I was.
Gaspard is...
Oh.
Well, that's useful. Might be something here. Better take a closer look.
Philippe should have returned hours ago, dallying with some serving girl while I deal with Gaspard's vitriol.
Awfully selfish of this Philippe, running off to play and leaving you with all the work.
I've half a mind to inform the Dowager. That would teach him to shirk his duties to roll some elven maid. Tonight of all nights, leaving me to convey Gaspard's death threats to the Council. Wonderful timing, Philippe. Thank you for listening to me rant. You are too kind, Inquisitor.
Well, well, the Inquisitor. Here as a guest of my nephew, no less. How curious.
I didn't know the Grand Duke was your nephew.
He's my brother's eldest boy. Always a difficult child, Gaspard. Never listened, never did what he was told. He was raised a prince. All his life we told him he would be emperor. It was his destiny, his duty. What else should he do with his life, if not fight for his destiny?
Another time, my lord.
So apparently the other thing you can do is find coins. I'm not entirely certain what the coins do, though. I think you throw them into, like, throw them into a well or something to get approval? I don't really know. Alright, let's see, there might be more secrets. Ooh, Iron Bull.
You got anything that needs killing? Because the nobles keep messing with me and they think I don't know they're doing it. If this keeps up, I'm gonna wear somebody's skull as my fancy little mask.
Talk to you later, Bull.
I'll just stay here and eat.
Oh, I like that he's wearing a whole shirt and everything. That's funny.
You don't want to be here, stranger.
Oh, but with these blood all over the floor.
He hasn't made the pickup. It's been hours.
You went into the servants' wing. Nobody's come out of there all night.
I'll tell Briala we have a situation.
Did you hear what Gaspard said to Duke Germain? His own.
Well, well. What's this?
Get these pastries out to the diplomats.
The Duchess has asked for too many. I can't carry them all.
My lady! My lady Inquisitor!
May we have a word? It is very important.
The Empress has sent us with a message for you.
How can I be certain this message is from the Empress?
We three wear the masks of House Valmont.
They signify that we are public faces of the Empress.
They are also extremely fashionable.
Priorities.
I'm always honored to hear from Her Majesty.
Oh, she is the honored one, Inquisitor.
Empress Celine is eager to assist the Herald of Andraste in her holy endeavor.
She will pledge her full support to the Inquisition as soon as the usurper Gaspard is defeated.
That's a generous offer.
The Empress believes wholeheartedly that the Inquisition is our best hope for peace in these difficult times.
She looks forward to cementing a formal alliance.
As soon as Gaspard is out of the way.
But we have taken enough of your time.
Please, enjoy the masquerade, Inquisitor.
Just rubbing in my face that I don't have a fancy mask and a ball gown. That's fine. Okay, so there's a couple more things I can do, maybe. Or listen to.
This is a private conversation.
Fine.
This is all so familiar. I half expect my mother to materialize from the crowd and criticize my manners.
I appreciate that you were willing to come here.
And expose myself to all this exquisite finery and exotic wines? Such hardship.
Not everyone's likely to be friendly. That's all I meant.
It's true. You'd think I smelled of cabbages the way they wrinkle their noses. It's of no concern, but thank you.
Aw. anything else? Ooh.
Interesting.
You must be mistaken.
No, I'm quite certain it was blood on the tiles.
If they're playing the game, they're not doing it very well. You don't leave evidence if you play to win.
With Gaspard and that elf woman here, the only one playing to win is Celine.
Now we're going to go to our first timed area in a second. We're just going to check for any more loot. Ooh, and another secret.
Boring.
What is pinging? Ah, up there. Okay, so. Yeah, that's a door. We are going to save, and then we're going to climb this. So once we climb, I guess I don't have to do that yet, but I want to get in the habit. Once we climb the trellis, we're going to be in a timed area. So time doesn't pass when you're in the menu. So I might just stay in the menu while I read ahead of my walkthrough. So the first place we're going to, I think, is a library. And there's lots of loot to be found, even though the loot kind of rushes into our time. But I'm going to try and get it all anyways. But if I fail, I'll reload. I have 55 approval. That's probably fine. Oh, I don't want to waste too much time, but I already am. There was a hollow statue around here. Alright, which door is it? The door straight ahead. So this might be the kind of spot where I will pause a little bit. There's the secret. Where's the negotiations thingamajig? Oops, I missed something. Door to my left. Negotiations. Loot. Back over here. Oh, what else is pinging?
That's the bell. I should get back to the ballroom.
Should. Alternatively. Yes, treasure. Gimme, 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 gimme.
That would be the second bell. Fashionably late now.
Okay. I'm going. Fashionably late is good, I guess. Whew. Alright, now I stop losing approval. Let me just make sure I didn't miss anything. Because apparently I missed a section, and I don't know if I can get it still. Because I'm going to go from fashionably late to actually late. Which is never good. Grand Library. Oh. Oh, there was another door? I am confused. Which door? Oh, that door. Oh.
Third bell. Crap. Now I'm just plain late.
It's okay, we can get it back. Although I might just say screw it. We'll see. How late can I be? Whew, okay. That's not too bad. Back at 40. Oh, we'll be evicted from the ball, though. That's kind of fun. Alright, so, we go here. Oh, Liliana. What is this one? Iron Bull. Oh, Liliana's right by Cullen, so we'll go talk to her shortly.
Well, well. What have we here? The leader of the new Inquisition, fabled herald of the faith. Delivered from the grasp of the Fade by the hand of blessed Andraste herself. What could bring such an exalted creature here to the Imperial Court, I wonder? Do even you know?
We may never know. Courtly intrigues and all that.
Such intrigues obscure much, but not all. I am Morrigan. Some call me advisor to Empress Celine on matters of the arcane. You have been very busy this evening, hunting in every dark corner of the palace. Perhaps you and I hunt the same prey.
I don't know. Do we?
You are being coy.
I'm being careful.
Not unwise, here of all places. Allow me to speak first, then. Recently I found and killed an unwelcome guest within these very halls. An agent of Tevinter. So I offer you this, Inquisitor. A key found on the Tevinter's body. Where it leads, I cannot say. Yet if Celine is in danger, I cannot leave her side long enough to search. You can.
You left Celine alone. Is that wise?
I must return to her anon, but she is safe enough. For the moment. 'Twould be a great fool who strikes at her in public in front of all her court and the Imperial Guard.
What's your interest in protecting Empress Celine? Are you her bodyguard?
Do I seem a bodyguard to you? If anything were to happen to Celine, eyes would turn first to her occult advisor, even if they knew otherwise. There are sharks in the water, and I will not fall prey to them. Not now, not ever.
Why did you kill the agent? He might have had useful information.
I would not have slain the man on sight had he not attacked me first. Why? Undoubtedly, I caught him in an illicit act. I did not know from whence he came until after the battle, and regret only that I could not capture him alive. What intentions the Imperium has here, I suspect you know far better than I.
Briala's people are whispering about disappearances in the servants' quarters. This key may lead there.
The ambassador does have eyes and ears everywhere, does she not? Proceed with caution, Inquisitor. Enemies abound, and not all of them aligned with Tevinter. What comes next will be most exciting.
Even Morgan gets a beautiful dress. Harumph. We need to go to the Grand Ballroom. Let's go talk to the Dowager,
I
maybe.
don't think the talks are going well.
The Empress will get us through this. Don't you worry.
Another time, perhaps?
Ah, I can't talk to her. That's okay. If you talk to her...
Mistress Nightingale, what a pleasure to see you again. You look radiant.
Marquis, it's been far too long. How's your family in Valchevin?
No complaints, my dear, no complaints. You must come to the chateau to see the girls. They will be overjoyed.
Oh, I've missed them very much. Little Sylvie must be 10 now, no?
11. And already up to my elbow. Oh, how they grow.
Perhaps I shall call on you soon.
Excellent. Now I must dance with the Dowager. It was lovely to see you, my dear.
Anyways, if you talk to the Dowager and you have the nobility perk, you get another war table mission.
I would love to.
Look at Lady Cambien's slippers, trimmed with pearls and emeralds, and those buckles. Toss her into the lake and she'll sink right to the bottom. What a disaster.
There's a Tevinter assassin on the loose and you're concerned about buckles on shoes.
Everyone needs a hobby. Besides, you can learn a great deal about a person from their clothing. Gold and jewels on a dancing slipper. A slipper is easily lost and finds itself in the dust and dirt. She is unconcerned with the possibility of losing the shoe or soiling it. A vulgar display of wealth. But Lady Cambien's family has recently lost most of its holdings. They have their title, but little else. So, how did Cambien acquire such a grand shoe, What has she done? Who has she bedded? These are all useful questions, no?
I found this out. I'm not sure of its value.
Very interesting. It may not help our investigation, but we can put it to use. A little more dirt like this, and we might have some leverage in the court. If you find more, let me know.
I should go. Be on your guard.
I always am.
Perfect. So, we only have 56 approval. Now, part of the approval ratings too, I believe, affects the epilogue. If you have really high approval, then you've got like the full support of Orlais, but if it's too low, then you kind of have divided populace and all that. So, we're not probably going to have 100 unless things go really well. I like to explore and there's too much, not enough time. Okay. Let's go to the servants' wing.
When my third husband, Pierre, lost his life to...
If the Inquisitor is here with Gaspard, does that mean that Andraste wants him to be Emperor?
Did I not just see a thing? Oh, I did see a thing. Not entirely certain what they do. Servants' quarters. Alright, this is another timed area.
This could be worth checking out.
Okay. Apparently we have to re-equip everything. How obnoxious. Oh, I don't have a good weapon for Vivienne. Huh. What's the best one that I have? That one, I guess. The Iron Bull. Really? All of my armor too? Listen. That's obnoxious. Now, what was I wearing before? That. Okay, that's good. And I'm going to save here.
Must be the elves Briala's people are looking for.
There's a hollow statue in this room. Whoops. That I am not particularly good at getting. So it involves all that delightful parkour that I'm just not good at. Uh-oh. Even less than when I can't see it. Okay. We're up here. Where is it? Up there, huh? Okay, great. Ooh. No, no, no! Don't fall down! Flip. Balancing axe. Precision jumping. Can't see my own feet. Okay. Just like flute. Oh, this is the wrong direction. Took a wrong turn. To go back here. There we go.
This was no servant. What was he doing here?
This man was a Council of Herald's emissary. Curious to find him here.
Is that the Chalon family crest? What have you been up to, Gaspard?
Time to have a word with the Duke. Venatori agents! That must be Venatori leader. The Venatori were watching this approach. They're organized.
One down!
Oh, what did I just miss? Nothing? Oh. Okay. Would be a lot more fun, I think, for me anyways, because I don't like timed things. If I had an add-on that just was like, oh, you don't ever get decaying court approval or run out of time. That is not the case. It would be fun to be able to fully explore everything, though. I would like that.
To arms! The warrior!
It's dead!
May have gone too far. Oh, what was that? The paint a book. I am rather lost. Oh, I'm way over where I thought I was. Well, there's the stairs. Okay. Oh, I see. I came from here. Oh, okay. Hollow statue. This is good.
Fancy meeting you here. Inquisitor Trevelyan. What a surprise. My reports said you were terribly boring. We haven't been properly introduced, have we? I'm Ambassador Briala.
I'm glad to meet you finally, Ambassador.
Your reputation for getting results is well deserved. You cleaned this place out. Will take a month to get all the Tevinter blood off the marble. I came down to save or avenge my missing people. But you've beaten me to it. So, the Council of Herald's emissary in the courtyard. That's not your work, is it?
Gaspard killed him, I think. The knife has a Charon crest on the hilt.
I knew it. I knew he was smuggling his chevaliers. But killing a council emissary? Bringing Tevinter assassins into the palace? Those are desperate acts. Gaspard must be planning to strike tonight.
The Empress needs to know what's going on.
You can try to warn her. She won't believe anything from me. I misjudged you, Inquisitor. You might just be an ally worth having. What could you do with an army of elven spies at your disposal? You should think about it.
I would consider such an alliance.
We can help each other, Inquisitor. We are both outsiders here, after all. I know which way the wind is blowing. I'd bet coin that you'll be part of the peace talks before the night is over. And if you happen to lean a little bit our way, it could prove advantageous to us both. Just a thought.
This is great. Even the elves are trying to bribe you.
There's so much conniving and backstabbing here. Makes me homesick.
I really like Briala's head covering. It's quite nice. Okay, let's loot all this real quick. Then I believe we can go back and open a door that I think has secret things in it. This really isn't too bad of an area to explore, but the time crunch always makes me twitchy. However, in here, I do believe excellent. Need that locket.
An elven locket, stored away in a palace safe. Unwise, Celine.
Should be everything we need here. Oh, did I go too far? Oops. Distraction. Gold. I'm always distracted by gold. Running out of time. Need to be by the archway again. Uh-oh. I really did get all turned around. That's never good. Elven agent.
We'll hold the area.
Oh no, I just got myself deeply lost. Oh.
Thank you, Inquisitor.
Oh, use the gate. Oh, look at that. Guess I just got myself a little bit turned around again. So we're going to save here. Now apparently we need to go to the trophy room.
Interesting.
Did you see that knife-eared servant girl in the kitchen? The ginger.
Keep talking. I am starting to believe I was there.
I need to get one of those.
Don't we all?
Okay, talk to you.
Is it true what they say? You're the Inquisitor, are you not? We heard stories of your accomplishments.
Some of those might have gone a bit far.
I told you, Philippe.
Not everyone fights an archdemon and lives to tell. It's an inspiration.
If you'd like, Commander Cullen could give you all the details of that battle. He's in the ballroom.
Really? But I shouldn't leave my post.
You'd only be gone a moment.
Philippe, the world is coming to an end. If we don't hear this story now, we'll never have a chance.
You're right. Thank you, Inquisitor. Let's go.
There must be something here.
Oh no, there's a Hala statue. Where is it? Gotta run, so I'm not actually late. Run, 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 run. No! Don't block my path! Ah.
Inquisitor Trevelyan. We met briefly. I am Grand Duchess Floriane de Chalon. Welcome to my party.
Is there something I can do for you, Your Grace?
Indeed you can. I believe tonight you and I are both concerned by the actions of a certain person. Come, dance with me. Spies will not hear us on the dance floor.
Very well. Shall we dance, Your Grace?
I'd be delighted. You are from the Free Marches, are you not? How much do you know about our little war?
I assure you the effects of this war reach far beyond the borders of the Orlesian Empire.
Perhaps it does. I should not be surprised to find the Empire is the center of everyone's world.
It took great effort to arrange tonight's negotiations. Yet one party would use this occasion for blackest treason. The security of the Empire is at stake. Neither one of us wishes to see it fall.
Do we both want that, Lady Floriane?
I hope we are of one mind on this.
In times like these, it's hard to tell friend from foe. Is it not, Your Grace?
I know you arrived here as a guest of my brother Gaspard, and have been everywhere in the palace. You are a curiosity to many, Inquisitor, and a matter of concern to some.
Am I the curiosity or the concern to you, Your Grace?
A little of both, actually. This evening is of great importance, Inquisitor. I wonder what role you will play in it. Do you even yet know who is friend and who is foe? Who in the court can be trusted?
An excellent question. I might ask the same of you, Your Grace.
In the Winter Palace, everyone is alone. It cannot have escaped your notice that certain parties are engaged in dangerous machinations tonight.
I thought dangerous machinations were the national sport in Orlais.
You have little time. The attack will come soon. You must stop Gaspard before he strikes. In the Royal Wing Garden, you will find the captain of my brother's mercenaries. He knows all Gaspard's secrets. I'm sure you can persuade him to be forthcoming.
We'll see what the night has in store, won't we?
You'll be the talk of the court for months. We should take you dancing more often.
I'd happily do more dancing, just not with Corypheus.
I promise not to invite him to your next ball.
Were you dancing with Duchess Floriane?
More importantly, what happened in the servants' quarters? I heard there was fighting.
I hope you have good news. It appears the peace talks are crumbling.
The Grand Duchess tried to convince me Gaspard is the traitor, but I'm not sure I buy it.
Floriane and her brother are thick as thieves, but she would give him up in an instant to save herself.
Then, the attack on the Empress will happen tonight.
Warning Celine is pointless. She needs these talks to succeed, and to flee would admit defeat.
Then perhaps we should let her die.
I won't stand by and let her die.
Listen to me carefully, Inquisitor. What Corypheus wants is chaos. Even with Celine alive, that could still happen. To foil his plan, the Empire must remain strong. This evening, someone must emerge victorious.
And it doesn't need to be Celine. She's right.
Do you realize what you're suggesting, Leliana?
Sometimes the best path is not the easiest one.
I can't decide this. Not yet.
You must. Even inaction is a decision, Inquisitor.
You could speak to Celine in the ballroom, but she won't act. Not without proof.
If Gaspard is guilty, he'll admit nothing. If he's innocent, he knows nothing. We need the truth.
What did Duchess Florian tell you?
She said Gaspard's mercenary captain is in the royal wing, that he knows about the assassination.
Which could be a trap.
Or a lead. Either way, you should search the private quarters in that wing for clues.
Then get me access, and in the meantime, get your soldiers into position.
At once. Be careful, Inquisitor.
Okay, in exciting news, we have 100 court approval. I didn't think we were going to get that, so excellent. And I'm officially out of time today, which is okay. I think there's actually a fair bit more left to do. We have to do some plotting and scheming and conniving and maybe a boss fight. So I'm going to save here, and I will pick this up on the next episode. Thank you all for watching, and I will see you next time. Goodbye!